Week 1 AC Crew, we're coming at you live here. It's been a couple weeks, so sorry for the letdown, but we got Adam here.
We got Chad.
He's called the free agent. He got a lot of names.
It doesn't matter.
Back in Pana, you probably know him by a couple inappropriate things too. We're going to leave those out.
Yep. Sorry, Mom.
We're keeping it PG, so might as well just get kicked off. Do you guys have any ideas, any suggestions?
Questions, topics, anything. We'll talk about it. Try to.
Yeah, definitely. We're here for you, so whatever you want to hear us talk about. Week 1, NFL completed. Both Bears fans, rough week.
Rough week for the Bears, for sure. The Bills, it is what it is. Usually not a great team. They're getting better. It's still Buffalo. What is there any what do we take away from this?
It's still Buffalo. Jay Cutler just throwing across the middle. What are you doing? Intercepted by a D-line. Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler right here.
Love Jay Cutler. Haters keep hating. He's the best quarterback we've probably ever had.
It could be debatable.
Enough of that.
Yeah, send us a comment. You
Please.
could probably maybe Cade McNown, somebody like that, Rex Grossman.
Yeah, Rexy.
But, so rough week for the Bears. But what other teams impressed you this week?
49ers. I didn't expect much out of them with obviously they got Alden Smith out, Bowman's out with an injury from last year, McDonald's messing up, hitting people, whatever he's got going on.
Just
their defense killed it. They stripped the ball, got a touchdown on the Cowboys' first drive. They had one, it wasn't really a fumble, got called back, but they basically had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. They killed it. Offense looked great, scored as soon as they got the ball. 49ers were the most impressive team to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I was anticipating just a great Packers-Seahawks game, and the Thursday night opening night of football, and to be honest, Packers let me down. I'm a Bears fan, so that sounds bad, but they let me down. The Seahawks just looked like they were clicking. When Rodgers, a top 3 quarterback in the league, doesn't even take a shot at Richard Sherman. I question that. Like, if I'm a competitor, I want to go out there. I want to beat the best at his position.
I agree, but I think it comes down to strategy more than anything. The Packers flipped their formation. They had Jordy Nelson, Cobb on the left side. It's smart. You play to your strengths, avoid the weaknesses. Sherman's obviously a strength for the Seahawks.
And they need to find some more strengths then if they're going to win a couple games.
It's Aaron Rodgers. That's about it.
Yeah. So we might as well. I know it's past week 1, but Super Bowl predictions, Chad.
Super Bowl predictions. Well, I'll stick with it. Start of the season, I had my picks. The first one is you just got to be unanimous. Anybody that knows anything, you got to have the Broncos, right?
Denver, yes. You will see them there.
It's his to lose. He had a great team last year, even better team this year with DeMarcus Ware, T.J. Ward, Von Miller's healthy, Talib. There's just a great team. Facing the Saints. They lost to the Falcons. Falcons look great. It is what it is. I believe the Saints defense gave up like 450 yards. I don't know. Those are my top 2 teams. I don't know. What do you think?
Awesome. Well, definitely Denver. You can't bet against Peyton until he breaks down, and I just don't see that happening. And then I'm gonna have to go with, my original pick was the Chicago Bears.
Keep it true.
I'm not gonna keep it true though.
Oh, so you're not going with your original pick?
Not going to go Seattle. Impressive. With Percy Harvin healthy, unbelievable.
Loved it.
Unbelievable
loved the way they
things.
used Harvin. Getting him running the ball. When he was on the Vikings, don't forget, he was killing it.
He was that little Cordell Patterson kind of. He's running. He's
everything. And Cordell Patterson was a great replacement. He had 100 rushing yards this week.
There you go. So, I think now we're going to transition to a quick little fantasy football section. We both went 1-0. 1-0 in 2 leagues.
Two leagues, we both won. So you're talking to the pros. No, you're in good hands, fantasy people.
We face each other next week. I'll let you know how winning feels.
Projected to win. I don't know.
Yeah, projections don't mean anything. But fantasy surprises, I think Allen Hurns would be
absolutely
probably number 1. We preseason we went into it. Shout out to Caleb Miller for drafting him in our league.
Yep, that was a good pick.
But beside him, Le'Veon Bell had a great day. Julius Thomas,
absolutely.
Take your pick. You had a lot of big performers. You also had some duds. Who do you want to talk about?
I guess my first dud would be Trent Richardson. I was a big fan of this guy coming out of Alabama. Had high hopes. He's on a great offense too, but he's just not the number 1 guy in Indianapolis.
Just dropped in.
Bradshaw, if you watch the games, Bradshaw's doing everything better. He's running better. He's more explosive. He's trying a little harder. I don't know if I'm not saying Richardson's not trying, but he's just not getting anywhere. It's time to move to Ahmad Bradshaw, as far as I see it. Anything else?
Yeah. No, I think that's a quick fantasy recap. Just be on the lookout. Julius Thomas, they asked him today if he was going to catch 40 touchdowns. He said he'd gladly accept it. So Peyton doesn't have many options right now with the.
Wes is still a little confused.
He doesn't
know what happened
he doesn't know where he's at.
Since November. He
partied a little hard at the Derby as well, which may add to that. But today, we'll get right into it. Wearing the Illinois basketball shirt, always representing.
Big day for Illinois. Well,
it was a tough day for Illinois.
It was a day for Illinois. However you want to look at it.
Jalen Brunson decided he was down to Illinois, down to Villanova.
Real quick, Jalen Brunson was 5-star recruit. Was he number one in the nation?
Number one point guard in the nation. So he was down to his final 2 schools. Everything going into today was pretty positive for Illinois. He decided on Villanova though. There's a lot of factors into that. I know that the kid and his mom loved Illinois. His dad, he's gotten some legal problems. We're not going to avoid he's gotten some legal problems.
Should we do that? Can we do
that? The rumor is that Nova's offered him a potential coaching position here in a couple years. Pretty much, just got undercut again. Kind of felt like the Cliff ordeal, but in John Gross we trust, and I'm super excited about the future. We got Juwan Evans, point guard from Texas. So excited, just dynamic as well. He's 5-star on most sites. High 4-star on the others. So
who was our postman, Adam? There was a guy in Texas as well, I believe.
Yep, Thomas. He we talked about him and Juwan Evans. They played against each other.
Okay.
They just really good friends. So I think if one of them bites, the other one's going to bite as well. And I look forward to that. I think it's going to happen. So looking bright future ahead for Illinois. But then we also had some bad news. Tracy Abrams suffered an injury. Not going to go into too much detail. I don't know if all the facts are out currently, but looks like he will be out for the season. Just a tough blow for the Illini, but we do have Ahmad Starks backing up.
Heard good stuff.
Very excited about Ahmad Starks. Can shoot. He's got the handles. Just a great pure point guard. And then Jalen Tate's gonna, back up. Played well non-conference last year. Tough to be a freshman in the Big Ten, but just has great vision. Really working on his shot. So, Chad, we're gonna go into a little recap of Pana football. The first couple weeks.
First 2 weeks. I'm still impressed. We're officially 1-1. Week 1 against Staunton. Staunton was maybe not as impressive as I'd hoped. Pana looked good. Maybe it's just a good football team against Staunton. I don't know. Handled them great. Week 2, a little more trouble. Who was I can't even think right now.
The Shells.
Roxana.
So.
Not a team you hear about too much in the SEC. We lost 1 point. It is what it is. I think we're the better team. Offensive line is killing it. That's what I look at. Former offensive linemen.
They've been playing very well. Been on the radio with Coach Boker, 93.3 out of Ramsey, doing the games, and we have Jeff Winter, we have CJ down there, we have all sorts of guys that are just giving it their all, really making nice blocks. The wide receivers on some sweeps though, they're looking good. They're getting the job done. It's tough for a receiver sometimes on a linebacker.
Yeah,
but
it's tough. Stupek's definitely using a little more spread sets. I know little Cody McLaughlin might help with that a little bit.
Shout out
Love
Cody.
Spreading the ball. Oh yeah. Good things. My favorite thing I saw actually was a read option with Rhett. Fast quarterback.
Took it to the house.
Plays. Oh, it was great.
Took it to the house.
Guy. Maybe tone up some junior mistakes, but he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he definitely got an arm, and it's exciting. We play Gillespie this week. Panthers are I'm sure they've been working all week after that loss. They're hungry to get back out there, and I think we're both going to probably predict a Pana victory in that one.
Absolutely. This should be a pretty easy one.
So now,
no game's easy, but
nothing's easy. But a game where it'll be nice coming out of a loss. Hopefully you're gonna get this one, show the minors what we're all about over at Pana. So we have final words, Chad. You want to kick us off?
Final take. I think I got to say something about the Ray Rice incident. It's all over ESPN. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy there. I think he well deserved the punishment. With that said, for anybody that watches ESPN on a regular basis, you gotta be getting tired of the constant feed. They're just desperate for stories. Michael Sam, Johnny Manziel, Ray Rice.
You ever heard about this for 2 weeks? Ever heard about LeBron?
2 weeks. Who?
LeBron, yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah, sometimes he's on Sports Center as well.
Cleveland. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's too much for me. I don't know. What do you got, Adam?
Well, I'm gonna go with a little Major League Baseball. I haven't touched on it too much. The Cubs. I know we're out of it. Everybody's gonna make jokes, but super excited about the future. We have 4 guys, just young guys in the lineup right now, providing a little spark. I know been on a little losing skid lately, but in our past 101 games, I think that was last week, we were 51-50. That's exciting. So
nice.
For a Cubs fan, we've got a great farm system. Those guys are just starting to get up. And then also the Bulls. Ray Allen reached out to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could use a shooter. You can never have too many shooters.
You can't turn down somebody like Ray Allen.
A veteran.
Yep.
Pretty excited about that. So, I just want to, thank everybody that tuned in, watched this.
Thanks for watching. It'll get better as the weeks go. I think it went pretty good.
Pretty smooth. We might have a guest call or two in the future.
Absolutely.
So, be on the lookout.
So, we'll leave you with our clip of the week. One you might have seen already. If not, just stay around and just check it out.
Don't be a punter. We'll see you next week.
Just inexcusable. He could not see his blockers apparently because it had a clear